Hi everyone, welcome back to the Paul Atelier. Today I'm going to be featuring some fabulous 1970s accessories, and I was thinking since I'm going to be featuring its accessories, why not take out a few of my vintage clothing from that time period. I don't really have much of clothing that is genuine to that time period because it's getting more and more difficult to get genuine vintage pieces. So whenever I can find one, I would grab it. So this fabulous blouse caught my attention. I always love to showcase the fashion and accessories, especially vintage fashion. I know because I grew up during that time period. I love the fashion from there. I remember my mom had a lot of fashion books from Japan, especially lying around. And this is a blouse that is from Japan. And also, obviously, my biggest fashion influence is my mom. She has a lot of fabulous fashion. Unfortunately, she always gives away her clothing, so I don't really have much. And that's exactly why I'm always on the hunt for fabulous vintage pieces that reminds me sort of her fashion aesthetics, and it brings back such happy memories for me. So starting with this first one, I'm featuring this enamel brooch, and I'm lucky that we have a vintage store in our hometown, so I don't have to spend a ton of money every time to get my stuff from overseas, from Etsy usually. And also this pair of earrings, I think this is 1970s. It is so much more muted, and it's not as sort of gold looking as in the 1980s period, where it has more of a geometric design. And I'm wearing this mother of pearl bangle. This is a modern bangle. I got this many years ago. So for this blouse, because the print is blue and white, it is a true blue, almost like navy blue. It is such an unusual color, almost like indigo as well. So I'm mentioning three different colors, but I hope that the camera can justify the color. So I'm wearing it together with this tweed skirt. I think this skirt is also from the 1970s, where tweed was also very famous, and it sort of always reminds me of Chanel because they use it extensively. So anytime that I find some kind of tweed material, I would get it. This is a slim cut all the way to the ankle, so it's very slimming, and it actually lends height to you because I'm a bit of a shrimp, so any height addition is very much welcome. So I hope that you will stay with me till the end of the video because I've got some more fabulous accessories to showcase. I love fashion. I've always loved it ever since I was a little girl. So if you look at this picture of me here in the 1970s, this is me together with my mom's family in Korea. So I'm starting with this dress because it reminds me of the dress that I wore in that picture. I was drawn to this because that dress had some pink floral print on it, as well as some white and pink lace, such as this type of a lace. So I don't have that dress anymore, but I was very drawn to this because this lace is very similar to the one that I had on in that dress. So I'm featuring this enamel brooch. It is orange in color, and it's very much of the flower power of, along with this plastic pair of yellow earrings. And I wish that I had some plastic bangles as well. In the 1970s, it was considered a very modern, a very in thing. So this is a precursor to a lot of the costume jewelry that is very fun and flirty and eye-popping. So this is in a fluorescent yellow color. This celebrates the psychedelic colors of the 1960s that were still present in the 1970s. So I also am matching my outfit together with this very pink handbag, and it's very structured. I thought it would complement together with this dress. Okay, so for this next one, I'm featuring this brooch. I'm not so sure if you can see it. It is like a tortoise shell in the shape of a two C's, almost like the Chanel logo. And I completely forgot to mention about my hair clips in the other clip as well. This is a beret as well. So the hairstyles of the 1970s, you would put it up with a middle line, and you would put it behind you like this. It was very, very famous. So this was one of my favorite hairstyles to have. I have quite a lot of hair clips, and I'm very glad to be able to feature two of them, which were my favorite hair clips from the time that I was a little girl. I've been looking out for them for years and years, for decades in fact, and I finally got them. So one of them is I actually put them in sort of like a 1970s. This is 1970s case that I would have had as a little girl. Is in the shape of a manga. For those of you who are not familiar, manga is sort of like a Japanese cartoon from that era, and you can see every single side of the box has got a special feature to it. Even the girl's hat, you can see that it is a 1970s aesthetics. And I was looking out for the hair clips for ages and ages, and I finally managed to get them. One of them is a goodie, which is in the shape of a butterfly and daisies. So this was one of my favorite hair clips as a child. And the other one, the holy grail of my hair clips, if there is a fire, this is coming with me, is a pair of strawberry hair clips. I've been looking out for it for decades, and I don't know who the maker for this is. So I got this from Etsy, and let me tell you, I did pay quite a bit of money for it. Just for the shipping alone is from the United States. And this blouse is a vintage. I also got it from the same boutique that I got the first blouse. It is so extremely comfortable. I'm not so sure what sort of a material this is. It feels like jersey, sort of a mix between jersey and cotton. It is Japanese made, so it is really, really a testament to their eye for detail, for aesthetics. Look at the combination of colors on it, with the black and the white and the red. This is so 1970s. You can see that from the long collar here. It really reminds me of Travolta. 1970s is all about prints and colors, and sort of, well, now I'm talking, it kind of blends together with the sakura flowers in the background, as well as the red. So I am matching it together with these pants. It is also from the 1970s. The pants is so well cut. You can see the line right in front is actually sewn in. I remember my mom teaching me how to iron my pants so that the lines show up in front. I would say the pants is sort of like a chili red, tomato red kind of a color. Okay, I couldn't find my crocodile black handbag, but I thought this is also very 1970s. It's very slim cut, so it really, really reminds me of a 1970s aesthetics. It's entirely made up of leather. I got this from my vintage shop, and I didn't pay much for this. I find the handle is so unique. It's just in a circle, and the zipper as well is sort of like in a matte gold. It kind of reminds me of a Gucci kind of a bag. So I thought it would go really, really well together with this ensemble because it's got some black in the blouse as well. I hope that you're enjoying this video. If you are, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It would really, really help my channel's performance and the YouTube algorithm, so that I can continue to put out content on my channel. So for this next dress, I still have on my yellow pair of earrings because I thought it would still go really well with this dress. It's got some yellow and purple, very, very tiny flowers on it. And I'm featuring this sort of like a cloisonne kind of a butterfly. It's in the colors of purple and yellow, which is exactly the floral print of this dress. So the top bit of it is in the form of an accordion pleat, as well as the skirt. It's actually a whole dress, but it kind of looks like a blouse and a skirt ensemble. And I got this, and I was looking through the photographs as well. So in the same photograph that I featured earlier on, you can see here, this is my second aunt. Her name is Auntie Buja, and she is wearing almost the same sort of an aesthetics as this dress with the accordion pleats on it. This was very famous in the 1970s. You can see a few examples of it as well. This is very much of that aesthetics, and with the fluted sleeves. This cloisonne sort of an accessory was also very famous in the 1970s. But today I'm wearing this sort of orangey kind of a beret. This is a modern one because I thought it would match together with the earrings. So this dress is very comfy. You can, if you plan to eat a lot of food, you can do so because it has a rubberized waist and it's very flowy and floaty. So it's very comfortable. And this is from Japan. I think Japanese and Korean fashion are almost aesthetically almost similar. Even though they don't like to admit it, they do gain inspiration from each other. There is one particular boutique where I frequent, and it is quite an old lady, and she has some fabulous vintage clothing. So this dress I've actually featured many times before on my channel. This is a true 1970s original, and it kind of reminds me of the Hane Mori kind of an aesthetics where they are hand painted and they have a very soft look. It is a silk chiffon, and her dresses tend to have some sort of like an ombre effect on it as well, where you have that sort of frosted color going across the print of the dress as well. So it's exquisite and just so beautiful. Every time when I look at it, I feel really happy that I'm able to have this in my collection. So it also reminds me of my mom's dress. Here you can see her. This is her in the 1970s with a floral print on it, and you can see also Princess Grace having the same sort of a floral print. That is she is also wearing a Hane Mori. And I'm featuring this fabulous brooch, which is in the form of a amethyst. I do not think this is a genuine amethyst, but it really reminds me of my mom's jewelry. She had a fabulous cocktail amethyst ring and some other fabulous jewelry, and I'm hoping that I will work harder on my channel so that it is much more successful, and then I will be able to feature some of her jewelry as well. So her influence has always been very important to me, and she always knows how to dress very beautifully, and she always wears jewelry and accessories. I think it's very important for a lady to look very polished, and that has always been a very important aspect to me. I love fashion so much, and I wish that I could have worked in the fashion industry, but I ended up working in the corporate industry instead. So this is the only way that I can sort of indulge in my passion for fashion in a sense, and also indulge in doing something creative, which I've always wanted to do, but I have never had the chance to be able to do so. So this one, as I mentioned, is stupendous. I ordered this from a lady, if I'm not mistaken, either from Czechoslovakia or Latvia. I cannot remember because it has been quite some time ago. I'm also featuring this same sort of a costume jewelry, amethyst looking earrings. This one I got it from a lady from Canada. I ordered something else which is from a 1980s sort of jewelry, but she gave me this as a free gift. So for this particular look, because it has got some ombre and whites on it, I decided to match it with this clutch handbag. I got this from my local vintage store. It is from Japan, and it has got some floral patterns on it. Really reminds me of the 1960s 1970s aesthetics. There is a little bit of blemish here at the back. I'm not so sure if it can be washed out, but it is not noticeable because it is at the back. So I thought it would go really well together with this ensemble. I'm also wearing a satiny kind of a floral headband to match together with the clutch. This headband is a modern headband. So thank you so much for staying with me till the end of the video. I truly appreciate your dropping into my channel every week to accompany me, to watch my videos, and to enjoy looking at all these accessories together with all of you. I really appreciate it, and I hope to be able to see you again in the following week. Goodbye.